Hey guys, this is Blazer from Operation Sports. I wanted to give you a demonstration on basically what MLB The Show does with regard to that black border issue that you get when you're capturing screenshots. So the first thing that I want to point out is if you have an LCD monitor, at least specifically, this is probably where the issue arises most. The resolution for at least 720p monitors is a 1368 pixels by 768 pixels. Now what that means is that when it's a 720p TV and when it displays something in 720p, the actual resolution of the image is 1280 by 720 pixels. Now that's obviously less. And so what they have to do to compensate for that, to fill up the screen, is they need to, overscan the image. So basically, they're stretching out the image just a little bit. And if you ever use a computer and you maybe hook it up to your monitor, then you can see that you'll have a resolution that's 1368 by 768. And when you use a VGA cable, if you use it for, say, your Xbox 360, some people might recommend that you use your VGA cable because you're actually going to get one-to-one mapping, resolution. You're not getting any sort of overscan. So what MLB The Show does, and I'll show you with my TV zoom options. What MLB The Show does is the default setting. Here, I'll go to it right now. When you go to audio and video and you go all the way down, you can see this horizontal size, vertical size thing right here, okay? Now when you go over this way, then it stretches out the image, okay? And now you're asking, okay, what does that do? And why would I want to do it? Because I'm cutting off image. Well, what's probably happening is you probably have a TV where you're on the 16 by 9 zoom setting. And I'll show you right now. Here, I'll go to it. If I go to my picture, standard, I'll go down this list right here. My size right now is 16 by 9. Now, that works great for a screen whose resolution is 1280 by 720. I mean, that will stretch it out for you. But I'm going to change this to just scan, okay? What that does is that shows me the 1368 by 768 resolution. So you see it right there, right? So obviously everything got smaller. Well, what happened? Now you see that black border right there. That's the image that they take. In fact, I'll do it right now. I'll save a screenshot. And that's the screenshot that they're going to take. They're going to take the one that is 1368 by 768. It doesn't matter if you have it on just scan or 16 by 9. In fact, I'll take 2 screenshots to confirm this. Change this back to 16 by 9. Now it's bigger again. I'll take the same screenshot, and when we quit out of this game, you'll see that both of them have black borders. This is why you have black borders, because the thing that you have to look at is horizontal size and vertical size. This game will literally stretch out its image for you and fill up that black area for you if you fill these out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this back to just scan. And this is how I play everything. Okay, most games, except for I guess The Show and for the Rock Band games, those are the only ones that I most notably, those are the ones that I see them in, I guess. They give you the option for overscan. At least Rock Band's just a one-button option thing. This one lets you scale however you want, so you can also go smaller if you want. But anyway, so now I'm going to fill this out. Okay. Now what this does is I'm stretching the image of the game, yes, but I'm filling up the black area. Okay. So now when I play on just scan, okay, not only does it fill up the screen just like it would in 16 by 9, but when I take pictures, it's not going to have that black border. And I'll show you with this. And then you might ask, well, SCEA, then why don't you just make it just like every other game where it overscans on its own? Well, see, what happens is I'm going to go to 16 by 9 here, and what happens is you're actually now just going to lose image. I mean, see, now it's going to cut off a lot. I mean, you can see in the corners and stuff, you lose a lot of image there. I mean, you can see on the bottom how much of the ticker goes away when I change this back and forth. You lose, I mean, if you do the calculations, you lose you gain 12% of the image just by going onto just scan right here. of the amount of pixels. So again, when I go to 16 by 9, whoops. Again, when I go to 16 by 9 here, that's 4 by 3. When I go to 16 by 9 and take the same screenshot, okay, it's not going to show this cut off image here. It's going to show the exact same image as I got with the 16 by 9. So they're not taking an image of your TV, of your monitor. They're taking an image of the, of the screen that the PlayStation is perceiving as like its own screen. So it's going to look like that. So as I exit out, oh whoops. So as I exit out, I'm going to go to my photos. Alright, so I hope that's making sense. So basically, the TV itself, a 720p native television, has a 1368 by 768 resolution. Okay? So that's part one. Part two, when you're playing something that's 720p, that is a 1280 by 720 resolution. Most developers make it so that their game already does the overscan for you. Because most people don't use that just scan option. Most people just use the 16 by 9. And so now what we're doing here is we are, how do I reset? So what we're doing now with a game like this that lets you change it is we change it for ourselves, so that way, when we take these screenshots here, all right. So you see the first two here. These were the first two that we took. You can see that there's a black border around it. There's this one and this one. They're both the same thing. Remember, I changed the resolution from just scan to 16 by 9 to show you that even though it looks like you're filling up the screen, you're really not, because you have to look at the horizontal and vertical size. Now I'm going to move over to the next two. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Now moving over to the next two here, this is when I filled them out. You can see the bars right here. So I filled them out. The black border's gone for both of them, 16 by 9 and just scan. And you can see that there's no cutoff. So it's not looking at the TV resolution. Again, that's what I'm talking about. If you want to go to your TV's native resolution, you have to go to that just scan option, or whatever it's called on different models. For Samsung, they pretty much have this option. So again, you would go to your picture settings, go down, find the zoom options or size. Mine's set to just scan. So when you play your other games, you're going to realize that there's actually more picture to be seen, and you didn't know that. And again, the only games that I think really have an overscan adjustment that I have are The Show and Rock Band. All other games, again, they already do that for you. So if that doesn't make sense, I guess I could explain it more some other time. But yeah, so I guess I hope that's a good enough explanation. Hope it wasn't too technical. Hope it made sense. And happy gaming.